Okay, everyone, and we are going to learn about used to grammar form. Where can you use used to, and how to form used to in affirmative sentence, in negative sentence, in questions, in both ways, in affirmative and even in negative. Okay, so I would like that some of you or one of you please help me to read the information that you have in this example, in this picture. Hugo, can you please help me to start reading the woman part of the interview?
Okay. I didn't used to like spiders until I met Kevin. I used to be really scared of them. I used to scream and run away if I saw one.
Okay. Guillermo, can you please help me to continue reading the report part?
Yeah. Kevin, did you used to be scared of spiders too?
Okay, the pronunciation is scared.
Scared.
Scared. Nuria, can you please help me to read the part of the man, please?
No, I always loved them. I used to keep them in a box under my bed when I was a kid.
Okay. So that is a conversation, that is an interview when they are using the grammar form used to. And it's important that you notice something in special. Can you see that in this part, the correct spell of used to is U-S-E and then T-O? And it's not like the information that you have on above. Used to is with D, but here we have used to without the D. Why? You are going to learn why ahead, okay? And then, well, let me tell you something, because you already have an auxiliary verb. This is an auxiliary verb, didn't. Didn't. What is didn't, or what is the meaning of didn't? Well, it only is telling us that we are going to speak in past tense, right? That we are going to speak in past tense, in affirmative or in negative. In this case, it's in negative. And even the didn't or the did form help us to form questions too. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to read the conversation or the interview for you. I didn't used to like spiders until I met Kevin. I used to be really scared of them. I used to scream and run away if I saw one. Then the report says, Kevin, did you used to be scared of spiders too? Then, no, I always loved them. I used to keep them in a box under my bed when I was a kid. So, besides that they are showing you how to form sentences, how to form questions with the used to form, besides that they are showing you that different situations where you can use used to. You can use to when you are expressing something that happened in the past, but it's not the same situation now in present. The situation have changed all the time. Like I told you yesterday, maybe you can or you want to express something that you used to do in the past. For example, I used to speak only in Spanish when I was in the elementary school. Now that I am 21, for example, I speak Spanish and English too. So the situation have changed through the time. Or maybe the situation have been doing the same or have been being the same since the past and until present. Like for example, I used to speak Spanish when I was in the elementary school, and now I continue speaking only in Spanish. The situation is the same, right? So that is what they are showing you in this example. Let me continue with the presentation. And in the presentation you will learn how to form that according to the rules, guys. Irving, can you please help me to start reading the first information?
Use, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Use it to talk about.
Okay, let me tell you. The pronunciation of this word is used. With a little sound on the end, Irving. Used.
Used.
With a little, almost imperceptible sound at the end. Used.
Used.
Yeah.
Okay. Use is used to talk about. Continue.
Yeah, please.
Past habitual actions, things that happen
Regularly
in the past.
in the past. Like
Screen,
for example, I used to scream and run away. Right?
I used
So one more time. Let me stop right here. Past habitual actions. Things that happen regularly in the past. Things that happen regularly in the past is when we are going to use used to. Is it clear? Okay. So like for example, I used to wear uniform when I was going to a school. That is something that regularly happened in the past, right? Let's continue with the next part. The past habitual actions may or may not still be true in the present. May or may not continue being the same in the present, right? Like I told you at the beginning of the class. Is it clear? Let's read. Novia, can you please help me?
Okay, no longer true.
No longer true, right?
I used to run away from spiders. Now I keep them as pets.
Exactly. That is an example that happened in the past, but it's not the same situation in present. That is something that happened, but now the situation have changed. Okay? Is that clear for everyone? Is that clear, that example? That is one of the situations when we can use used to. With situations that regularly happen in the past, but now in present are different. Is that clear? Yeah? Okay, let's continue with the next part. Still true. What is still true, guys? What do you understand for still true? That continue being. That happened in the past and continue being the same situation in present. That is still true. Okay, can you please help me, Guillermo?
It's still true. I used to scream when I saw a spider when I was a child, and I still do.
And I still do.
Still do.
Okay? I used to scream when I saw a spider when I was a child. And I still do. What is that? I still do? Well, I still being scary when I see a spider, right? My situation is the same. Have not changed. Okay? Let me continue. When you see these points, it's because it's important, guys. Situations and states that are not longer true. Situations and states that are not longer true. I used to hate spiders. I used to hate spiders. But I don't mind them now. But not now, right? It's different. When I was a child, I used to scare from spiders. But not now. Now I have them as a pet. Right? Let me continue. Where am I? You only used to talk about the past. You cannot use it to talk about the present. Remember that I told you that yesterday? That is really important, guys. Please underline that information because that is really, really important rule. You can only use used to talk about the past, not to express something in present. So please underline it or highlight it information, please. We are only going to use used to in past and not in present, not for information in present. Is that okay for everyone? Is that clear for everyone? Okay, let's continue with the next part. You are going to say, I don't usually do any work at the weekend. I don't usually do any work at weekend. Wendy, can you please analyze that sentence? I don't usually do any work at weekend. And after that you analyze it, can you please tell me if this sentence is in present, is in past, or maybe it's in future, or maybe in present continuous? What kind of tense is it, Wendy, for you? Analyze see. Take your time.
Present.
It's present, right? How do you know that? Well, Marlene, can you please tell Wendy how we can know that that sentence is in present? Because the verb do. The verb do is the main verb. We call the main verb to the principal one, the principal verb, right? The main verb is in present simple, and the main verb is, oh, where is it? Where is it? Is do, right? Right there. Usually it's an adverb, and do is an auxiliary verb, and do is the main verb of the sentence, and the main verb is in present. So that is how we need to express the things in present. You don't say, be careful, you don't say, it's not correct to say, I don't used to do any work at the weekend. That is not correct. Why? Because the rules. Why? Because we are going to use used to for express situation in past, not in present, guys. Not in present. Okay, let me continue. Hugo, can you please help me to continue reading the next part, please? You can also?
You can also use the past simple to talk about past habits and situations.
Like for example?
I kept spiders and pets as pets. I used to keep spiders as pets.
Okay, let me retake this information. You can also use the past simple to talk about habits and situations. So you have two options to express something in past or to express situation in the past. You have the option to express it with past simple or with used to. You have two options to express situations in past. Express with past simple form or express it with used to. Like the two ones that you have here. I kept spiders as pets. What sentence is it? What tense is it? Past simple, right? Kept. Kept is the main verb. One more time, we need to identify the main verb in the sentence. In this case, the main verb is kept. I kept spiders as pets. And kept is a verb in past tense. So that is the reason why we know that that sentence is in past, in simple past, right? Then you have between brackets the other option that you can use to express something in past. I used to keep spiders as pets. Okay? Is it clear, guys? Well, check this. Pay attention with this. How they are forming the sentence with used to. According the grammar structure of each one of the words that you have in a sentence. According that, we have I. Guys, what is the grammar form of I? It's a verb, it's an adverb, it's a subject, it's a pronoun, it's an adjective. What is it for you? What is I? What is the grammar form of I? Excuse me?
I is a pronoun.
It's a pronoun, right? Pay attention with that. It's a pronoun. And what do we have after the pronoun, Google? The verb. Where is it? Used to. Well, it's not considered like a verb. It's considered like a modal form. A modal verb. Right? It's not exactly a verb. It's not exactly the main verb. Like I told to Wendy at the beginning. Which one is the main verb in the sentence? It's not used to. In this case, it's not used to. Which one is the main verb in the sentence, guys? Keep. And in which tense is that word, guys? In present, in past, or in future? Present. After used to, we have the main verb in present tense. So let me erase the board. Pay attention, guys. Following that example. Following that example, you have I. Well, I'm not going to write the words. I'm going to write only the grammar form to form that structure, to form the structure of a sentence in affirmative way. So, according to Tom, the first part is a pronoun, right? According to what you have there. And then the modal verb, in this case, is used to, right? And then after used to, what do you have? A verb. But please, guys, call in a different way. Don't only say verb. Please say main verb. Main verb. And then the complement. What did the sentence say? I used to keep spiders as pets. Okay. Spiders as pets. Yeah, is complement. Is complement, right? So pronoun plus used to, modal form, then main verb, and then complement. How could we call to this formula? This is the formula to create sentence in affirmative. Affirmative with used to, right? Guys, something really important. What happened with the main verb? In which tense must to be the main verb? In present, in past, or in future? Present. Or maybe past participle? No, right? Is in simple present. And then we have complement. Is that okay? Okay, let's invent one sentence right now. Hugo, please tell me a pronoun, whichever you want. You. And then, Arturo. Arturo, what is the next part to create my sentence in affirmative way with used to? Used to, right? Is the next part. Then, Nubia, can you help me with the next part? Main verb? Invent one. Paint? So, is it okay if I say painted? Yes or no, guys? I used to paint it? No, right? Why is incorrect, Guillermo?
Because this main verb is in past.
Because this verb is in past and it's not correct. According to the formula, it's saying that must be in simple present. And this is a regular verb, so the only thing that I need to do is to erase ed. So now I have my verb, my main verb in present. I used to paint. Now, the complement. What can we write there? Invent a complement, guys. At night? I used to paint at night. Well, could be, but let's. Excuse me? Plural? Murals? My room. What about if I say houses, guys?
Okay.
I used to paint houses. At night. If you want to put at night, well, it's illogical. I used to paint houses at night, and I can continue writing more complement. It doesn't matter. You can use your imagination and use your vocabulary. I used to paint houses at night when I left my work. Oh, well, I'm going to write right here. Right? I used to paint houses at night when I left my work. Right? I'm following the formula. You. What is you? Pronoun. Used to. What is used to? Is the modal verb, right? Then paint. What is the grammar form of paint? The main simple present. And then houses at night when I left my work is the complement. And it doesn't matter, I can say only, I used to paint houses and erase the rest of it. And it's correct if I say that. It's complement. And my structure is correct. Is it okay? Let me continue with the information and then I'm going to explain the rest of the structures to create in negative, to create sentences in negative and in questions. But let me continue with this. Excuse me, your name again? Your name? Eduardo. Eduardo, can you please help me to continue reading the next information?
Do you not use to talk about?
You don't use or you do not use used to talk about. Continue.
A specific time or action in the past.
Yeah. Can you continue reading the example?
Say I got up at 6 this morning.
Don't say.
Don't say. I used to get up
Get up.
at 6 the morning.
Get up. Okay. A specific time or action in the past. Guys, don't use used to express something when you need to express something in a specific time in the past. Yesterday I wrote this chart and I put that we are in this point and we need to express something that happened in the past but in a specific moment. That is not correct. That is not correct to use used to. Why? Well, they are explaining with an example. I got up at 6 this morning. I got up at 6 this morning. So that happened in the past. And it's not going to happen regularly. Only happened today. I didn't get up every morning at 6. Maybe I get up at 7 or maybe at 7:30 or maybe at 8. But it's not something that happened regularly. It's something that only happened today. And it's not going to happen all the times. Yeah? So you need to say, or don't say, I used to get up at 6 this morning. Because it only happened this morning. I specify it with this morning, with an expression of time. This morning. Okay? Is it clear, guys? Is it clear why we can use used to? Yeah? Let me continue. The number of times something happened in total. So, we continue being in the same situation. You don't use used to talk about a specific time or action in the past. Or even the number of times something happened in total. So, say, we went to the zoo. We went to the zoo 3 times last year. So, it's something that happened. And it's really because maybe in this year I'm not going to go to the zoo in any time in this year. I'm not thinking in go to the zoo in this year. And even I only went 1 time in 2015. And in 2016, the last year, I went 3 times. But it's something rare. It's something that is not happening regularly. Okay? Only happen in specific periods of time. Or moments in the time, right? So, the example say, we went to the zoo 3 times last year. Don't say, we used to go to the zoo 3 times last year. You can say that, guys, but in a different way, without the expression of time. For example, you can say, I used to go to the zoo once a year. And that is different because I used to go to the zoo once a year. That is something that happened regularly because every time I take my kids to the zoo once a year. That is when I can say or I can express that situation with used to. Okay? Let me continue. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Well, I already finished with this. And then another period, another point. When you say how long a single action or situation lasts, when you say how long a single action or situation lasted, what it refers to? You have an example. Say, we live in France for 3 years. You don't say, we used to live in France for 3 years. Why? Because that is not common, guys. It only happened one time in my life, and maybe it's not going to happen any other time in my life. Only happened one time. I was living there for 3 years, excuse me. But it's not common that I will continue living 3 years in French regularly, right? That is only a situation. Yeah, happened during 3 years, but no more. Okay? Don't say, we used to live in France for 3 years. Affirmative and negative. What do you have here? What is the grammar form of these words, guys? I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. What is the grammar form of that? Pronouns. And then, used to, or didn't used to. It's modal verb. Keep. What is the grammar form of keep, guys? Is the main verb. And in which tense is keep? Present, past, or future? Present. Simple present, right? And then spiders? What could you consider like spiders? The grammar form of spiders is complement, right? Then in the other way, you have didn't used to, like. What is the grammar form of like? Main verb one more time, and it's in simple present. And what is the rest of it? Spiders, one more time, spiders is part of the complement, right? Then, in questions, guys. In questions you have where. Where is something that we call WH question words. Could be where, could be why, could be when, could be who, could be whatever, a WH question word. And then did. What is considered, how could we call did? Auxiliary verb. It's an auxiliary verb. And did is telling us that we are speaking in past tense. Where did, and then what you have here? Pronouns, one more time the pronouns. Used to, or used to, is modal verb. And then keep, main verb. The spiders, complement. And how do you call this little sign? Question mark. And it's the same with this example. Did I, or did you, or did he used to be scared of spiders? Which one is the main verb in this part, guys? Be. Be is the main verb. Scared of spiders. What is the grammar form of scared of spiders? Complement, and then the question mark. Pay attention, guys. If you don't put the question mark, the complete question is wrong. So it's really necessary that you always write the question mark. Let me rewrite the formula here on the board. May I erase this part?
Yeah.